Hello, beautiful Simmers. Today we'll be going over the Sims 4 Eco Lifestyle Expansion Pack CAS items. This expansion pack retails for $39.99 USD. However, every few months the EA app does offer sales where you can get this pack discounted. If you do decide to purchase it, you can use a creator code. While it doesn't give you a discount, it is a way to support your favorite creators in that it gives them currently a 5% commission. Throughout this video, I'll be giving you my thoughts on these items, as well as styled looks at the end of the video and my overall thoughts regarding this CAS for this pack. Let's get into it. We do have a new aspiration under creativity. We have Master Maker. This sim wants to become an expert at fabrication. Then under nature, we have Eco Innovator. This sim wants to build a better, greener community. Along with that, we have a new death type, Death by Beetles. Death came for the sim through a well-mixed bug drink. The haunted house now serves as a fitting final resting place. Then we also have Death by being swarmed by flies. This sim has found death via an angry swarm of flies. Alright, first things first, we've got the toddler sims here, and they have not a plastic bag. We do not want a plastic bag, but a paper bag to put over their heads. And the little toddler girls also get this cute little top or jumper, whatever you want to call it. It's got some nice patchwork there, and then they do get a nice coat for the winter or for the fall. It's got some nice plain swatches there. They also do get a pair of pants with knee pad patching there, very fitting for the eco lifestyle. And then they do get another pair of pants, which looks like it's shorts over a pair of pants. The little girl or the toddler girls do get a little jumper with the cute little flowers and bees, and then they also get overalls, jean short overalls. They do have a rainbow at the bottom and then a leaf at the top. Here are the styled looks for the little toddler sims. Now we're getting into the child female sims. We've got some new hairstyles. I particularly love the space buns. I think that was done very nice, but the others I'm not too fond of. You'll have to let me know what you're thinking though. We do get this beanie hat, whatever you want to call it, for the winter, and it does have some flowery items on there, and of course a paper bag to put over your head. Now I want to know, does your store ask you if you want paper or plastic, or maybe if you're paying with paper or plastic? Anyways, into the tops. We've got this next top here that is a turtleneck tee. It's got little detail on the sides where it's got those little buttons. And then we have this sweater here. I do like the wrinkling in the elbows. And then we have this top here. The texture is kind of nice, kind of interesting. And then we've got this one. I'm not too fond of it, to be honest. It's kind of plain and kind of boring in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Now we've got this full-bodied look, which is interesting because we do get that top alone, and then we also will get that skirt alone. So I don't know what they were doing there. They're being lazy. But anyways, we get a pair of sweatpants, and I love the little drawstring. We also get this little jumper, and as you can see, we've got a ton of patchwork on those first swatches. We've got this dress here. It's a little macrame. That's what it reminds me of anyways, but it's super cute. And then we have this jumper as well. I love this one. It's very unique. It's kind of different, but we're seeing a lot of turtleneck items in this pack so far. Here we have the styled looks, and keep in mind that these do utilize base game items. Now heading into adult female sims, we've got new hairstyles, and these ones, some of them anyways, are a lot better than what we saw for the child female sims. I wish we would have seen these hairstyles. This one right here with the feathers would have been really cute for the little girls. You know, that was really popular. Now this pack did come out in 2020, but I feel like they could have done a lot better job for it being 2020, not just in the hair but in the style of clothing, and you'll see what I mean as we go through this pack. Now we do get some eyebrow rings, and one of them does have like a little stud or pearl, whatever you want to call it. And then we do get some nose piercings as well. We've got a septum piercing and a nose piercing on either side. Unfortunately, you can't do like add the septum piercing and a piercing on the side. Now we do get a pair of earrings here, and then we also get there, see, I'm going through that other nose ring, but we also get a pair of gauges, which is unique because we have not seen this before. We don't have these in the base games, and I don't think we have it in any other pack. Now we do have glasses, which I think is nice for this pack because it is eco lifestyle. We're trying to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Right now we do have a work hat here, and you know, this didn't show up until later when I was putting my styled outfits together for the end of the video. And this work attire top too, we've got these ones here, and then this one as well. These are for the careers that you'll be doing for eco lifestyle, I guess. So yeah, I didn't even have cheats on or anything. I just opened up my game after this later update and they were there. So I'm like, okay. Same thing with this jumper. And I do like the flowers on that. This one is very unique. It's almost giving me like Star Wars or something. I don't know. But we do have this nice sweater. I like this. I appreciate that detail. And then we've got this jacket, which is cinched at the waist. I'm not really a fan of this one. I think you have to be of a particular style to like that. Then we have this sweater too, which is okay. It's kind of plain and boring. This top, not too fond of it. You can see there's some stitching that has been used to stitch that top up. And then this one is, it's okay, but yes, as you can see, it's very worn as well, which I guess does fit the pack as well. We have this jean vest, which is actually like a top. I don't know. This top is kind of cute for working out, I personally think. And then we have this sweater. You can see the stitching on the side, which looks like, yes, there was a hole that was stitched up. So that's very fitting as well. We get this sweater, and then we have some rainbow swatches at the corner of the base of it. And we have another sweater as well. I guess they're doing a lot of knitting in here. I don't know. And then we have this one, which honestly reminds me, it makes me feel like she's going to go parachute jumping or diving, whatever you want to call it. We've got this top here, which, I mean, it's got some nice jean jackets to it, but I don't know. This top, I don't know what's going on. Don't know. And then we have this sweatshirt. It's not really my cup of tea. We also have this top, which I feel like they could have done a little bit better on the styling. Maybe not made the straps of the tank painted on. You know how I feel about that. Now, we do have this top, which is, I don't know. It's a t-shirt over a long sleeve shirt that looks like it's supposed to be dressed up. Don't know what's going on there. This one is very layered. Yeah. Now, we do have a nicer jacket here. This is very much for the fall. A lot of these colors I'm seeing remind me of the fall, and this was not released in the fall, but whatever. Now we do have this top too. This is kind of cute, and I do like how the shirt where they tied it isn't actually painted on. Now we've got this top with a vest, and then we're getting into the bottoms. Now we've got these ones with this interesting type belt, and then we have this skirt here. And I did say that the child Sims get a skirt, but I don't know if we actually saw that. Now here is another jean skirt. This is pretty normal. Then we do have these overall jeans, which I don't know. You guys, if there's like a crop top, like super cropped, then I think that would work good for it, you know, like what we've seen in other packs, but not that one. Or not this pack, I should say. This, I don't know what we're doing here with that jean skirt over jeans. I don't know. There's a lot in this pack that I don't know what we're doing. I do think that these are kind of cute, and you can see the little buttons at the bottom. I think that's cute, but like I said, we do see a lot of knitted items. And we do have a pair of sweatpants, which is fine for this pack, but they look a little off to me. Do they not look off to you? Now we do get another pair of shorts in this pack, and again, they are very patched up and worn through. Now we have another skirt here, which, I mean, it does have the patching there too, makes sense. And then we have these pants, which I feel like it's giving 2000, like early 2000s or 90s, you know. And then we have these pants here, again with the patching or torn. And then we do get another pair of shorts as well. Now you see at the bottom of those shorts, they do have different colors on them. Then we have these pants here, which are filled with a bunch of different colors as well. Now getting into the shoes, we've got these, and then we have these. We've got these tennis shoes, and then we have these boots. I think they did a very nice job on these boots, these like hiking boots. I love how they added the texture there. Then we have, I'm just gonna call them Jesus sandals, because honestly that's what they remind me of. And then we have this cute cuff bracelet. I think that's kind of nice. I think we've got some okay swatches there, and then we've got some excellent swatches. Now into the full body CAS items for the female Sims. We do have that nice dress, and then we have this. Honestly could be something that they wear for like working in the auto shop, which it wouldn't be safe, but you know, it is cute. I guess there's that. Now we have this dress as well, and then we've got this one. Some of these I feel like are more boho, if that makes sense. And then we have this one, it's just like kind of like a jumper over top of it. I don't know. And then we do have this attire here, this shirt tucked in halfway. I don't know. Now on to the styled looks. Okay, it looks more like that's supposed to be pajamas. Okay, that makes more sense to me, I guess. I do know that those shorts did look like pajama pants in my opinion, or pajama shorts, but you can style things however you want. This is your game. You do you. And I'll be showing you my styled looks at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that when I give you my thoughts on this expansion pack cast as well. Now, we do have quite a few styled looks for this pack. Sometimes we'll get a few, other times we just get a surplus of them. So this can kind of help you see these items. Now we're getting into the toddler boys, and of course they get a bag to put over their head as well. Now they do get that same jacket, and this does work for either male or female. I think that was an okay item to recycle. Now the pants are recycled as well, both pairs of pants, of course. And I do not believe that these, well, I guess they do get the overalls as well, which are recycled too, but we always get boy and girl swatches of clothing items that are, you know, gender neutral. So there's that, and here are the styled looks for those Sims. Now we've got this child Sim here. We do get a few or a couple hairstyles for the boys, only two. Now they get the same winter hat as the child female Sims did, and of course they get to put a bag over their head as well. Now we do get that same top, and I just wanted to zoom in here to show you guys some of that detail. I think they did a good job on this one here. And then we have this one that I said I'm not too fond of. It's a little too basic for my liking, especially for child Sims. I guess it's just not doing it for me. Then we do have these pants, these jean pants, which are patched up as well. And then of course we get these recycled sweatpants, which I guess work for either gender. Now into the adult Sims, we do get 3 new hairstyles, I believe it is. They're personally not my favorite. I've seen better, not gonna lie, so I had to switch it back because it just, I wasn't feeling it. And then we do get a beard, and then we do get this hat. So there's that. We're just going through those swatches, and of course, you know, we gotta have matching paper bags, right? But it's interesting how the adults get one that's a little bit different from the children Sims. You can see that the child Sims have much more time to spend coloring theirs, you know, whereas the adults, we just don't have time for that stuff anymore, apparently. It just really kind of sucks sometimes being an adult. Some things are great, other things not so much. But We do get these work attire outfits for the male adult Sims as well. So yeah, we're just going through those ones right now. And I left on his helmet because, you know, you always, safety first, guys, safety first, you know. It is OSHA approved. So yeah, now we're going in through those piercings again. And yeah, I had forgotten to do that, so we had to jump around a little bit. Anyways, this, what are they thinking? I just don't know. For some of it, maybe you guys like some of these items, but I'm not really digging it. And this one, I believe, is another recycled item. Then we have this one, a lot of patchwork. You can see the patching on the elbows, which we do see quite a bit, but obviously for this pack, it does make a lot of sense. And then this one, I actually don't mind. I think that this jacket over that shirt, I think it works very nicely. Then we have this jacket here, which looks more like you would wear in the rain. Now we do have these shorts with the belt, and then they have the drawstrings at the bottom. And we also have these pair of shorts too. And then we have these pants. I believe they are recycled, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have these shorts here. And you can see the little buttons that are, or the little snaps that have come unsnapped or whatever. Kind of interesting. Then we have these jeans. And obviously they're patched too. You know, a lot of patchwork in this pack. You know, like... yeah, anyways, we do get those recycled sweatpants. Here, they actually look more decent on the male Sims, so it doesn't even look like they tried to cater them to the female Sims body. That's sad. Then we do get this recycled item as well, which I do think it looks a little... I feel like it's a little too tight for the males. I don't know. Then we have these pants here, which are jeans, but then on the sides, you can snap them up and down all around. We do get these shorts, and I do actually like these. They have a pocket on the side, and then I do like the color of the lines going through. I think that's kind of cool. We do have these recycled jeans as well, because we got a lot of recycling going on. It's not just recycling. It's recycling CAS items. So we have a couple more recycled items. Isn't that lovely? How nice. Now we do get some shoes here. And these ones are without laces. And then we do, of course, have the lace-up shoes, which, you know, are recycled as well. But I guess that makes sense. And, of course, the hiking boots, which in my mind makes sense as well. I do, like I said, I think they did a great job. We have these Jesus sandals. Honestly, guys, I've had this pack for a while and I have not used them. And again, the cuff. I just like those first two swatches. The rest I'm not too fond of. I really wish that they would have just continued to go with the first two swatches. And then we have styled looks here. This is giving you a better idea of how to utilize these items, because I feel like we definitely need that for this pack. Now, I'm giving you my styled looks and my thoughts on this expansion pack pertaining to the CAS items. Unfortunately, I don't like it. I really don't. There's, excuse me, there's a couple of items that I think are really decent, but for the most part, I don't like it. I think there was far too much recycling going on. I think that there is a lot of laziness in this pack. But these are just my thoughts and opinions. You know, I feel bad for saying that, because I do think that there's probably a lot of work that goes into these, but it's not my cup of tea. And I really think that this could have been done so much better. For, you know, reduce, reuse, recycle. Yes, obviously you're going to be using clothes as far as you can, but it would have also been nice to see some of those same items that we have for the adult Sims, maybe on the child Sims, you know, like they're reusing the adult clothing, you know, like hand-me-downs. That would kind of make sense for me for this pack. I mean, And I wish the hairstyles would have been recycled for the little girls. So that's unfortunate. But you guys are going to have to let me know your thoughts, and I will see you in the next one.